Just buzz off it. Buzz off the fact that you get to do this for a living. Because it's a wicked job, honestly. It's the best position in the pitch. You ain't got to run around for a start. You know what I mean? You just get to be a goalkeeper. That's the most important thing.
What did you notice about the lads? Obviously, you're working with the elite players here, 18s through to the 20s. What did you notice?
So you know when I sort of gathered you all in and I said, right, I want to see you like talking more, communication, all that kind of stuff. I think it's so important, lads. Is for me the most important thing about being a goalie is having personality. Yeah, really trying to connect with your defenders. And so even if somebody does something good, like say, do you know when I said about commentating every 5 seconds, saying talking, because you can talk yourself through games. I learned to talk myself through games because it kept me involved, even when I'm doing nothing for it might be 10 minutes or something. Just constantly commentating in my own head or out loud would keep me in games, keep my concentration going. So even like you've probably all seen like the GoPro, you know, like the GoPro and the goal and stuff like that. If you haven't, just go and watch just for the game part, right? Because if you listen to my like communication on how I'd buzz off certain players, and I know they need that buzzing, yeah. So I judge who it is that I'm playing with. My right back might be somebody who I can't shout at. 'Cause if I shout at him, yeah, like we're struggling, we're in the Premier League, it's hard work, all that kind of stuff. I know I have to be nicey. So if he does something half decent, oh, buzzing, mate, well done, love that, you little legend, all that kind of stuff. Left back, I can get after him a bit more. Oi, you're better than that, all that kind of stuff. So it's about judging who you're playing with and then tailoring your commentary and your personality for them. But yeah, for me, personality as a goalkeeper is the most important thing. Like just being nice to people and sort of helping them out as much as you can. They will reciprocate that eventually and give it back to you as well. Yeah, right. So there was one time, do you remember where you did? I remember you played a bad pass or something like that, and I saw you straight away. You turned around and like your shoulders shrugged, and you sort of just walked off like that, kind of. Every manager that will ever manage you, goalie coach, coaches, whatever, they see that. Yeah, you might not know it, lads. I swear to you, though, they will see every single bit of body language. Right. So I expect it was easier for me as like an older goalie as well. I would want to be the guy that set the example and set the tone of like, nah, come on, lads, let's get at it. Like, no matter what it was, five-a-sides, anything, it was like, nah, come on, lads, sweet as a note, come on, nah, keep it going. But they will notice that, yeah, they will pick up on that. And I think goalkeepers, we're the guys who, like, it's bestowed on us to do that. Do you know what I mean? We are the ones who have to keep spirits high. We're leaders, yeah? Set that example of, even if you do mess up, like, body language, mate, it's everything. It's like, nah, if I'm going to put these shoulders back, I'm still going to look up, and even if I don't fully believe it, eventually it will start seeping in, even to me. But them lot will see it and go, that didn't affect him. I love that.
That's not going to come straight away.
No.
So yourself at the moment, played hundreds of games, played on an international level, played for one of the biggest clubs in the world. That obviously came at a period in time. So what's the message, I suppose, to these lads at the moment that, you know, you've got some 18-year-olds in here that might not have the confidence to deliver that information or manage perception, should we say?
First of all, I'd say as goalies, you're all sort of very much on the same wavelength. I was speaking to you earlier, weren't I? And I said, one of the things I said to you earlier was, I said, you know, like, imagine like we're in the 90th minute, lads, yeah? We're 1-0 up, right? We're 1-0 up and our backs are to the walls a little bit. They go and get a corner. It's the 90th minute, yeah? I do not need this, yeah? You'll take a little bit of a negative step back. You'll think, I'll just sort of hide behind him a little bit so I ain't got to come for that corner. Every one of us thinks it, yeah? And I said, another thing I said to you as well was, every goal that goes in on a Saturday afternoon, yeah? Every single goal, right? Even if it's not the goalie's fault, there's something that goalie could have done better. There's something, yeah? Being a goalkeeper is about getting yourself in the optimal position most of the time. You're never going to be in the perfect position, but as long as you're in the optimal position most of the time, that's all you can do, right? So you're going to make mistakes. It's as simple as that. The best way I learned to do it was to just basically say, oh, well, it's not the end of the world. Screw it. Do you know what I mean? Literally screw it. Because the second you start second guessing, overthinking stuff, you'll overanalyze it. And even afterwards, if you do make a mistake, don't overanalyze it. Just buzz off it. Buzz off the fact that you get to do this for a living. Because it's a wicked job, honestly. It's the best position in the pitch. You ain't got to run around for a start. You know what I mean? You just get to be a goalkeeper. That's the most important thing.
What was the strategies you had at the start of a game? So in here, thinking from an international point of view, you've got really critical games, critical moments in games.
Yeah.
So looking back to the summer, you've got semi-finals, finals. Probably the first 10, 15 minutes, every manager will always say is really critical. So for a goalkeeper to hear that information, get that fed back to them.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that? What was it first pass has to be perfect and just get me into the game.
Nah, it was always, for me, it was just don't go chasing anything. Never go chasing anything. Like, you can get yourself in trouble by trying to be too busy and trying to find work to do. So no, lads, you don't want to do work. You got to be proactive. You got to be on the front foot, all that kind of stuff. But don't go chasing it. There's goalkeepers that have made a living by being so good at knowing when and when not to come and get involved. Yeah. Football experience anyway, but I remember being your age and just thinking, nah, like, it's not about experience. That's not what it's about. It's about here and now. It's about being like young and youthful and energetic and like springy and all that kind of stuff, right? And then as you get older, you think, actually, it's kind of cool that I've done that and seen it before, because now I know how to deal with that. So if that exact thing comes up again, I'll just wait. I'll back off. I'll let him deal with it. Do you know what I mean? There's, like I say, every goal that goes in, there's something a goalie could have done better. And there's so many times I've watched football on a Saturday and I think, if you'd have just stayed back there and not tried to get involved, you find a way of doing it. But experience is so important. So getting out on loan, like we said, listening to your goalkeeper coaches, listening to the fitness coaches, they're trying to help you. They're there for a reason, because they're trying to help you. Go out on loan though. I'll say it to you. I went out on loan to Tiverton Town, Stafford Rangers, Kidderminster Harriers. I got sent back from Kidderminster Harriers. Yeah, there's a lad here, Neil Cutler. He was the first team goalie at Stoke at the time. I got sent back on. I went out on loan to Kidderminster Harriers. I got sent back on loan because I had 2 games and I had 2 stinkers. Lost 2-0, lost 4-0. It was like the end of the world. I promise you, it was like the end of the world, right? 19 years old, I'm thinking, I'm not enjoying this. I don't want to do this. This can't be what football's about. Gave it another year, sort of got in the gym a bit bigger, a bit stronger, a bit wiser. Went out on loan to Wrexham, did really well. I had 20 games at Wrexham where I just like, no, I'm going to go there. I can be my own. I can almost be a different person. Do you know what I mean? I can go out on loan and I can let them know who I am. And I can play any role I want. I could be the most confident man in the world. I can be a shrinking violet, whatever I want to be. But I thought, I'm going to go there and I'm going to make them all impressed. I'm going to make them all go, oh, he's got a chance, him. He's decent. Fast forward 20 games later, I got a move to Man United off the back of that. And still I'm thinking, nah, this ain't right. They're going to find out eventually. But that's what it is. It's like, if you can just do it and impose it, I think eventually it will seep into you.
And there's no real bad loan, is there?
No.
So we've got lads in here at the moment, yourself, you've gone to a League 2 club. We've got lads who've gone out to Ireland, playing for Cork City, Conference South. There's no bad loan. No. And I think that's quite a key message in here, that sometimes we want the League 1 or the League 2 and we're 18, 19 years old, but going and playing Conference South or even lower is just as important. Yeah. We can get them that move. I'll revert back to Aaron Ramsdale's first loan move. He goes to Chesterfield, but it was fantastic from a psychological point of view. Yeah. He understood himself and then came back, and it sort of really spurred him on for Wimbledon.
Just getting out there and, like I say, if you've got to go somewhere and live by yourself or something, you might be in an apartment, even if you're in a hotel or something like that, it just grows you up. It really does. But also when you're playing with something on the line, so if you're playing in League 2, I was playing in like Conference or whatever it is, then you realise that's what it's about. That's when it matters, sort of thing. And that will grow you up so quick, lads, honestly. It will grow you up so quick. But you need to get thick skin. You need to learn you're going to make mistakes. That's what happens.
And you certainly find it at the moment. I know you were in Sainsbury's the other day, trying to get duvets, pillows or whatever else. You're having to make it on your own, weren't you? You've gone out to Ireland at the moment, Toby. No family anywhere nearby. Plane ride away. It took you 9 hours to get there, is that right? Drove your car? So like real life experiences, just to get out the building and go and find your own way. Goalkeeping coach is slightly different. Some of these places you might not even have a goalkeeping coach. Yeah. So yeah, I think those real life experiences are definitely
damn right
really key.
Yeah, personality though, lads. Just no matter where you go, no matter who you're playing for, doesn't matter. Just go there with your personality and just try and be infectious. I don't know if I said it to you, but I was talking about Aaron Ramsdale, and the thing that I buzz off watching Aaron Ramsdale more than any goalkeeper is that he's got a smile on his face. Somebody said it to me when I was a youngster, actually. They said, you're not playing with a smile on your face, and I'll always remember that. And I watch Aaron Ramsdale, and he's always got a smile on his face. He's always having a nice time. Because you think when you're on the training pitch, you're always having a nice time, ain't you? You're always smiling because there's nothing really on the line. You know what you're doing. It's autopilot. Catching balls is a doddle. This is sweet as a nut. Volleys, give them to me. Sweet, I'll eat them up, yeah? In a game, you start to second guess yourself and you're thinking, that's not the easy. Oh, I'll just parry that. No, I'll just parry that. Don't let that start infiltrating your head. Try and play with a smile on your face, because when you are happy and you're having a good time, you know what it's like. If you make a save in the first minute of the game, cooking, the game's good to go. I'll make 10 of these today because I'm on fire. But if you make a bad one to start with, you got to try and twist that mentality. I don't know if any of you do any psychological work or work with psychologists or all that kind of stuff. I worked with one at Watford when I was younger. So I just got the move to Man United. It was whirlwind as heck, honestly. Like I still honestly thought they made a mistake. Genuinely thought they'd made a mistake here. They're going to see me in training and go, oh, what have we done? Went out on loan to Watford and I was struggling like crazy. My very first loan spell, I was late, I was lazy, I wasn't doing any gym work, and I was struggling in the games. And then thankfully for me, they had a psychologist on site. Keith Mincher, his name is. He did a bit of work with England and 21s. Lovely bloke, and he just managed to connect with me and let me know when those thoughts come in, those doubts, all that kind of stuff, what to do with it, basically, how to process them and just go, nah, see you later, I'm going to crack on.
At the moment, these lads play for some unbelievable football clubs, and there they've got physical performance coaches, nutritionists, psychologists, goalkeeping coaches. Sometimes at other clubs, 3 goalkeeping coaches. You know, they've got multiple staff, and I'm not sure at times they take full advantage of it. So when you stop playing, you go and get yourself a personal trainer. You go and get yourself a psychologist if you need it. You almost then have to pay for all of that. But they've got it for free at the moment.
Oh God, utilise it, lads. Honestly, like. Who's it? Julian Lescott I used to play with, right? And he always used to say, you're your own business. You're your own business. You are your own business that makes your money for you, yeah? So if you run a business, you'll have people that do different jobs and all that. But when you're a footballer, you're the only one who can do that, right? So you're going to have to enlist all these people to help you, because they are literally all just trying to help you. So listen, I'm your age on exactly the same thing. Just thought I knew everything. You swear, like listen to everything they say, right? And just try and I don't know, it's hard to say to like 19, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, but you've got to just try and be a little bit more responsible for what you do. Like quite literally every time anything happens, don't ever blame anybody else, because it always comes back on you. It can always come back on you, and it normally will come back on you. Listen to what they've got to say, but just be a bit more responsible for your own stuff. Like always all your own stuff. Again, I've seen footballers, lads, that have made a career out of football that aren't the most talented. They're not the best footballer in the world, but they will work harder than everybody else, and they're reliable. And that's the biggest word, is reliability. If a manager knows he's going to get a 7 out of 10 from you every single week, every single training session, you'll make a career out of football.
I asked, like, what's the biggest thing you need from an international goalkeeping coach? And he didn't talk around tactics or technical or anything else. He just said the truth. Yeah. Those were his words.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
So no matter what, in any situation, the truth.
Yeah, damn right.
So we go to Euros and he got the truth as to where he fit in within the team. And I think that's probably quite an important relationship to have.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say this is where it's really important, lad, to be responsible. And like I say, you run your own business sort of thing. But you've got to know where you are. You've got to know the pecking order. You've got to know where you stand. But then also find out what you need to do to improve. Why is he number 1 and why am I number 3? Yeah. What have I got to do to be able to get to number 1? What can I do to get past number 2 first? What's he better at than me? Do you know what I mean? And I mean deadly honest, lads, as well. You've got to be deadly honest. So if your goalie, if we can be dead honest and frank, and I can say, right, what is it honestly? And if you say to me, you know, when you get the ball played back to you, you look like it's a hot potato. It looks like it's going to explode on your foot at any time. Yeah. Work on that. Work on that, for example. Yeah. Project like your confidence, like. Look around, be good to go, take a look before the ball comes, then as soon as you got it, you're up, you're open, work on all these little bits and bobs. But like I say, you can only get it if you're deadly honest with somebody. And that's what I mean. Having a good goalie coach, somebody that's genuinely proper and cares about you, should do that anyway. It's really important, that. Things, right? I think goalkeeper is the most psychological position for a footballer ever, lads, ever. There's goalies who... You could be, honestly, genuinely, the best goalie in the world, for sure. You could be the tallest, strongest, quickest, rapid, everything. But if you are low on confidence, you are not even starting the game. You don't even you are not the first choice goalie anymore. And that is quite literally the most important thing, lads. So when I'm saying about you've got to go into games thinking, I'm going to save these lads again today, you've got to just keep telling yourself, right, nah, I'm going to smash it today. I am going to smash it today. I didn't enjoy them, lads. Seriously, did not enjoy them. You've got to enjoy playing football on a Saturday afternoon. The match day, if you don't enjoy that, you won't be able to smash it.
Sounds to me the majority of the things that you're speaking about today with the lads is psychology, like you are your own brand.
Yeah.
That'd be correct. Working out the game.
Yeah.
So we talk about it a lot. I know the lads that I'm taking at the moment in the age group definitely speak around it a lot. Work out the game.
Yeah.
It's not just as simple as
no chance.
Cabbage patch corner over there.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting all your fundamentals. You essentially, to be the best goalkeeper there is.
Yeah,
you've
it's,
got to work
it's above
out.
that. It's above that. Yeah.
But probably the biggest thing that you've spoken around today is that psychology,
Yeah.
perception management, body language,
Yeah.
communication, all of the stuff that probably doesn't get taught.
Yeah, true that.
And the part of the goalkeeping coach that is really massive to instill in you.
Yeah, personality, lads. Personality is everything. So when I said to you today about talking, just talk all the time, commentate yourself through games, infect your teammates, like be infectious as possible, buzz off it, do you know what I mean? Like it raises the standards of everything, not just you, not keeps you in the game, but it keeps all your players around you as well.
Well, can we just thank Ben? I really appreciate it. I'm sure that the guys appreciate it. Coaches that come in and definitely the players as well. We have got something for you. So at the start of the week, I mentioned to the players, and I don't know if you know this as well, but when you play for England, you get assigned a legacy number. I don't know if you know this.
No.
So every player that plays for England essentially has a number. Okay, so you have a number, which is in your shirt here.
Nice.
Okay, this is a shirt for you that the lads have all signed. Okay. You might need to get your glasses out so you can see the signatures.
Yeah, that's decent. Cheers, lads.
But yeah, thank Annabelle for that as well, and also the kit man, because kit man's put that together, Kev. But this is for you.
Oh, boys, that's wicked. Thank you so much.